Hey, what's going on, guys? Alright, so the first thing I want to say before we get into the video is that I'm going to be opening up my friend chat. It's just going to be Ecza, Ecza, obviously. So if I'm online, I will most likely be in my friend chat. If I'm not, I'll be in Desecrators or Jezza Killers. So as for the video, as I said in my last video, I've been getting into PVM, like a lot, and God Wars was one of the first places I went. In the past, I never really enjoyed God Wars that much, but ever since the update, I tried it out, and I've just been loving it, especially with summoning now and curses, so it's a lot easier now for me. The clips you're about to see started on September 8th and go up to yesterday, which was September 28th. So everything you're about to see is the result of about 3 weeks of God Wars on and off. So here we go, hope you enjoy it. So we started off at Bandos. I usually prefer to do a duo just in case I die. I'll have someone there to bless me. But yeah, we usually do duo and then we do free-for-all split so that we can use a ring of wealth as opposed to loot share, coin share. I also like to see the item. I know that's kind of picky, but I like to see the item, which is why I like split or loot share. If we actually had done coin share, we probably would have made a little bit more, but no big deal. So as for Bandos, he's not my favorite boss, just because it takes so long to find a world. I hate finding a world. It's like you'll sit there for an hour, and then you'll finally find a world, and then you'll get crashed, and then you're like, what do I do now? Find another world, and it just takes forever. But it's good once you actually find one. He's an easy boss and everything, but yeah, that's my main complaint about Bandos. Though I actually did get pretty good at anti-crashing after a while, so crashing became less of an issue. So after Gardor, we moved on to Krill, and he was probably, in my opinion, the hardest boss, even over Armadillo, which I'll get to later. Just because of his one attack that can hit through your prayer and hit like 400s, 500s, or whatever it hits, you can get comboed pretty hard there. But other than that, he was not that difficult. Moving on to my least favorite boss, Kriara. We stayed here for maybe 200, 300 kills dry, and finally got an Armadillo glove drop. But let me just tell you, this boss, I hate him so much. He flies you around the room, and I always have to play on fixed screen, so I can never see when I'm attacking, and then the kill count takes forever. So that's pretty much all I gotta say about Armadillo. We stayed there for a little while, tried to get more drops, but I just couldn't stand it anymore. And the last boss we did, who turned out to be my favorite boss, and what the remainder of this video is gonna be, except for the end, which I'll go through all the drops that I got at the end and show you the totals and everything. So it's Ziliana, and she's my favorite because she doesn't hit you that hard. It's very easy to find a world, and we got crashed like one time, and we actually ended up getting an Armadillo crossbow after he crashed us, and he didn't believe that we got it, but I still found that pretty funny. So yeah, we ended up getting 30 drops in total from her, just because I wanted to go back to the other bosses to get more drops from all the other bosses to see if we could even out the amount of drops from each boss. But I was just enjoying Sarah God Wars so much that I just stuck with it. Not to mention she has the Whisper, which is the best item you can get in God Wars, or the most expensive I should say, aside from next items. The only thing about her is she's pretty resistant to stab and slash attacks, and the most effective is crush, and obviously I don't have a maul, and I don't plan on getting a maul anytime soon. So it takes a little while to hit her, but that's no problem. Going back to the Whisper, we actually got 3 of them, and we got one yesterday, and all day I've been trying to get more drops for this video, and all day I was trying, and we got 3 murmurs, and they're only like 3.7 mil each right now, and I was getting so annoyed, and literally I was there like all day, and then finally I was just like, I was about to go to sleep, and then I said, you know what, we'll go one more trip, and we got another Whisper, and so that was pretty cool. Again, you'll see all the drops that I got at the end of the video. I have them in a slideshow. I actually had kind of a similar thing happen at Armadillo. That buckler that you saw me get, I've been trying to get more drops for Armadillo for this video, and that buckler was the last kill. I had like, what, 600 something HP I don't know, you'll see it in the clip, or you saw it in the clip, but I had like 600 something HP and no bruise left or anything, and it was going to be my last kill, and I finally got a buckler, or at least some kind of item from Armadillo, even though it sold for like half the GE price that it was. And I soloed that too, so that was pretty cool. Also last, just before we get into shoutouts, I wanted to give a quick mention to all my friends that went with me, and they were Noti Man, Turning Pro, So Adorkable, Walter Skong, GLO Nevermind GF, and last but not least, the biggest noob I've ever met in my life, Tilzanaya. Real quick, I'm just going to summarize all the drops that I got. Here are all the drops at Bandos. There's 9 of them. The only drop that I soloed was the hilt. And yeah, so that's Bandos. Zammy. We only got 3 drops from Zammy, but we did get the Garb of Subjugation, which I think is the best drop that you can get from him. And it sold for 20.5 mil. Then we'll move on to Armadillo. As I said in the video, only 2 drops we got were gloves after like 200, 300 kills, and the buckler that I soloed. And last but not least, Sarah. And there's actually 2 pages of Sarah. We got 28 drops, I think, in total from Sarah. The drops were in order as you saw them in the video, and obviously you'll see duplicates. Some sold for more as time went by. Some drops went down, others went up. The only drop that I soloed at Sarah was a hilt, actually, and that was pretty cool. And here's a second page of Sarah drops. Lots of murmurs, as you can see, like 4 hisses in there, and yeah, so did a lot of Sarah. Here are the totals. Other loot I totaled to about 12 mil. That may or may not be accurate. It could be a little bit more, it could be a little bit less. Actually, it could be a little bit more. It can't really be any less, but 12 mil is the amount I got when I price checked as much as I could find in my bank that I had banked. There's the number of Bandos items, Zammy items, Armadillo items, Sarah items, and at the bottom you can see we got 42 items in total, and after splitting I profited 235 mil, and in total the items sold for 436 mil. So into shoutouts, they are Quit Sia, Fearstroke 69, Haha GFH Ween, Aninvenji, Zavive, and Minotank. For those of you who don't know, everyone that recognizes me in game I record and put them in the end of the video. So that just about wraps it up. Again, if you want to hang out, I'll be in my friends chat, so feel free to join that. For my next video, I'm probably going to make a summon tank video. Might come out next week, no promises. I know you guys really like the summon tank videos. A lot of you subbed to me for that, so be looking out for that one. I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to leave any feedback. I reply to pretty much every comment. So I'll see you guys next time I make a video. See ya.